Well, hello, my friends and fans everywhere. This is Jason Cosmic RSSP Authority. Trying to do a funny facial expression for Google. But really, how are you guys and gals out there? Hello, my weary travelers. Why don't you take your coat off, grab a stool or chair, excuse me, and come warm yourself by the fire. Join me, will you, for another story as I give you my cacophony cavalcade of conversation, my deep research approximation, evaluation, investigation, analysis, deep hardcore discussion, and deep hardcore assessment, a real breakdown of some more UFO technology today. Okay, but before we get into it, I just want to ask you guys and gals again, if you appreciate my zealous hardcore approach to my research, if you appreciate my way of trying to help humanity through these videos and this kind of content, trying to provide that transparency and truth on the RSSP, real secret space program, my friends. If you really appreciate that and like my videos, then please don't hesitate to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, hit the bell icon, and maybe share my videos, okay? Help this channel grow, because my friends, I'm telling you, I know we can do it. Just like we can provide that transparency and truth out there. I also think we can help, you guys can help me grow this channel. I'll be working with my professional photographer, hopefully in less than 5 months from now, or about 5 months. So anyway, but before we get into we're going to talk about the black triangles for a little bit in this video, my friends, and some more. Now, on the other two videos, part one, part two, as you know, I tried discussing the anti-gravity. We got into the electromagnetic propulsion as well, and what all that means, okay? And the electrogravitics, and we discussed some other areas. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those videos, and we'll do more of them, because again, my friends, this propulsion, this energy is revolutionary, okay? It's a total free energy. We'll get into more of that later in this video. But before we do, let's just say, my friends, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Joe from the Carolinas again. Hi, Joe. Because Joe did a really great video on it was a short video, but full of great content as usual, as always. He discussed the X-37B, right? The space plane that was up there for 2 years. And Joe did an awesome job bringing some new insights, and apparently he's going to do more videos on that plane. Again, he did some really good research on that, it looks like. So I hope you guys enjoy his video, and then those of you that haven't watched, go out there and have a listen. And if you guys want to see how Joe and I conglomerated together, bouncing off our ideas with a powerful live stream that we did, live podcast theater, about 6 months ago. It was titled Secret Space Program Culture Controversial Interview. And it was a lot of fun. I know we both had a blast. We had a great response. I think there's been like 2,200 views or so from then. So again, my friends, I hope you guys will subscribe. I want to build up this channel for me personally at Jason Cosmic RSSP Authority. You guys really appreciate my, I'm trying to be bold, honest, open, true here, friends. And if you enjoy the way I try to do that, trying to help humanity in my own unique way, then hopefully you'll do that. Hopefully you'll help me out. Okay? Because I like sharing this with you guys. I think it's really important that we share these ideas together. This is the most important subject and topics of our time, my friends. Everything that the RSSP entails, I truly believe that, the real secret space program. It is a very complex, multifaceted subject, as I always say, with a lot of moving parts. But we can understand a lot more of what's going on, my friends, and we need to understand a lot more of what's going on out in space. Because, my friends, as I've said before, these covert military civilizations are having fun in their adventure. They are literally living through an anti-gravity space travel revolution, no question about it. If you watched part one or part two of my videos, my friends, I explained this all-powerful photo that I chose in the infrared taken by the Hubble telescope, and that is operated by U.S. naval officers, this massive cigar-shaped craft, my friends. They are deep, deep into space. The Navy is spearheading largely the covert space program. As I've always said, my friends, just to give you a quick synopsis before we get into the triangles, that NASA is just a cover for the NRO and the Air Force space programs, right? And you know the next guess, well, who's in charge of the most, who's covering up for the Air Force and the NRO? You guys know, right? What's the next guess? It's the Navy. That's right. The Navy, my friends. And I explained why in those other videos, okay? Because the Navy is all about an organization of craft. Your fleets of submarines, fleets of aircraft carriers, and in this case, fleets of USOs that are literally tracked coming out of the oceans, tracked on radar going into space. And my friends, you know, it's truly remarkable technology. We're going to get into the triangles. So, I discussed briefly on the other videos, my friends, we have a proliferation, of course, of these black, magnificent, huge triangle craft and the boomerang-shaped craft. This is the boomerang one, the chevron-shaped UFO with the triangular edge. This was seen in the Hudson Valley, one of the most prolific UFO cases of all time, my friends. 40 miles from New York City, downtown, Hudson Valley UFO incident, seen by in upwards of 25,000 witnesses. I think in one of my videos I said 50,000, but in upwards of 25,000 it was, my friends. And, you know, people were slamming their brakes, seeing these UFOs right above them, you know, hovering. You know, joggers would stop, look in awe and wonder, people slamming their brakes, again, looking in awe and wonder of this astonishing huge triangle. And as I've always said, my friends, performance-wise, there's a lot that they do amazing performance-wise, and one of them is they could do something very interesting. They go from a dead stop hovering to over the horizon and back again in less than a second. We're not talking aerodynamics. We're not talking conventional technology, obviously, right? It's a revolutionary non-plutonium physics, as I always say, my friends. The Americans have created radical, gnarly UFO technology, as I always describe, since after 1947. They began working with those paperclip Nazi scientists, of course, as well as through the 1950s. And in the end, my friends, no question about it, beginning in those 1950s and particularly through the 70s and 80s and 90s and up to now, my friends, they have curated just remarkable, amazing, astonishing, radical, gnarly UFO technology. And I give them credit, the contractors, for making the breakthroughs, the brilliant engineers and scientists in America, at Lockheed Martin, the likes of Northrop Grumman and Boeing. Here's another triangle, my friends. Okay? Incredible. But, you know, when I give credit to Lockheed Martin, you know, I think they deserve credit in that respect, my friends. They've created amazing technology. They've helped to deliver, I'm sure, you know, amazing space assets. Yes, there's a lot of weaponization of space. We'll get into that. And we have to be very, very cautious and use discernment and see what's going on with the weaponization of space. At least we need to peer into it a little bit, my friends, because, you know, this warmongering is just crazy, too. The U.S. have, I believe, and Catherine does too, my friends, they have weaponized space, and, you know, certain people will tell you that have talked to the contractors that, you know, when the U.S., when you hear of North Korea as a threat, you know, the U.S. don't have to worry about a skirmish with these other countries. Not really. I mean, they have significant weapons, my friends. And of course, we know that all started during the Star Wars, the Reagan years, right? The Reagan buildup. And that's what we're going to get into, my friends, because these triangles, and again, by the way, my friends, I got to show you up close. See? What's that? This is the triangles, right? Space Force and NASA, my friends, as I said in my other videos, and I'll keep telling you guys because it's so important. I learned from the great Michael Schratt, the aerospace historian, that's done a lot of great work on the triangles, that they secretly encrypt symbols in the patches. And you can Google this for yourselves, my friends. They will show you all their stealth patches and the symbols that the military puts in to show you that you could peer into what's going on in the program, in other words, my friends, right? But you have to elucidate and decrypt the symbols in the patches. We're going to go through all the stealth patches. I hope my friend Joe from the Carolinas is paying attention right now, because these triangles, you hear me, Joe, and everybody, This is the TR3B, and or the huge boomerang-shaped craft, my friends, that we're seeing. Hold on, where is it? In the Hudson Valley, okay? It's this craft it represents. See how it looks the same? Here's the other. This is an authentic picture taken in from the Belgium case, my friends, with more triangular craft seen by thousands of witnesses. Is it upside down? Sorry. There you go. It's got 3 multimodal propellers on the bottom that for propulsion, and uses a nuclear reactor as well. These are 3 atomic engines apparently on each corner of the triangular platform, my friends, and it doesn't need much thrust coming out from these ends of the platform because they're manipulating electromagnetism, gravity, okay? And here's another example. Again, the triangle, my friends, they put it right in front of your face and they don't expect hardly anyone to know. But we can know, my friends. We can elucidate, decrypt the symbols for ourselves, because I'm making it my life goal, my friends, as Michael Schrad has done, to try to penetrate that black budget technology, right? And this black world landscape that's out there, you know? And we could do it, my friends. And I believe, we'll get into other videos on this, my friends, on the space-based economy. I think we're this close to getting our divine right, finally, to this anti-gravity, because we have been obfuscated on the truth on this amazing technology and other technologies, my friends, this free energy for 60 plus years. Yes, 60 plus years, since the 1950s when they made the breakthrough, my friends. I believe they made the breakthrough before 1954, okay? And we know from 1952 we had UFOs flying above the Washington Capitol, okay? That famous 1952 flyover. I don't want to get off track here. So, again, my friends, it's all about this triangular craft. They are in vogue right now. They're delivering massive military assets, okay? And, you know, it's got, I'll give you an example. The outer coverage of this, it has a special polymer, right, that makes it have stealth invisible technology, almost totally invisible to radar, and it changes its radar absorption, color, and reflectivity, in other words, okay? Hope I'm not talking too fast. I don't have much time, my friends. That's the outer coverage. But this thing evolves itself in high altitude. This is the cigar-shaped craft, but the triangles, my friends, they evolve themselves in high altitude, again, using an invisible stealth technology that as a recognition, I believe it's a recognition, what was the other word I'm looking for? Sorry, reconnaissance aircraft flying platform, my friends. And it's got it's very multi-versatile. There's other purposes and applications. And we're going to get into the other application on this triangle, my friends. I may not have time in this video. But let's just say, again, it's got 2 rings, 2 accelerating plasma rings, my friends. I said this in the other video briefly. And it has an MFD switch in the rotating cruise compartment. And it is literally a rotating plasma between 40 and 60,000 revolutions per minute, okay? Truly revolutionary. And so it's got a very high atmospheric pressure. And this plasma is, it's crucial, my friends, because with that, you know, the rotating plasma at such great speeds, it creates a superconductive plasma as the result of interruptions of gravity levitation. Right? So, and the other thing I wanted to say about that too is, of course, it's got about 250,000, it's at, about 223 degrees Kelvin apparently is the temperatures, okay? And the nuclear reactor, so it's chilled way, way down. And this thing has tubes, pipes, and cylinders, my friends. I repeat, tubes, pipes, and cylinders. And I think the pipes are used for liquid nitrogen cooling because, you know, a nuclear reactor's got to be cooled way, way down below, right? Almost to absolute zero, so 240 something or whatever. So that's pretty astonishing. Nuclear reactor, my friends. And that nuclear reactor, the propulsion provided by that nuclear reactor, it operates in the upper atmosphere in the orbit, circumferential orbit, using hydrogen, methane, and oxygen for propulsion. Okay, we'll get into it more on another video. That's the technical version right now, some technical aspects to this triangle, my friends. but it is truly amazing. I keep showing these photos. So I got to go right now. We're going to do another video very soon, my friends, on the triangle. Maybe this will be another part 1, or maybe I'll say part 3 of the UFO technology, my friends. And stay with me, because, my friends, there's more great videos to come, I promise. And together, I know we can bring a lot of truth to the real secret space program. We can have fun doing it. I'm having fun, aren't you? Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, my friends. All right? And live strong. And this energy, this is powerful energy, my friends. Again, it comes from the ether of space, from our an infinite cosmos. It is the 0-point energy they're manipulating. So it's our divine right to have it for the whole world, my friends. And we certainly don't deserve to be lied to anymore. Okay? So let's get truth and transparency. Let's break the walls of this elite secrecy, my friends. We can do it. Okay? I understand the governments need some secrecy. And by the way, Lockheed Martin, we're going to get into those contractors more. I gave them credit where credit's due. But they know the F-35 that they're building, this airplane, you know, fancy airplane as part of Lockheed Martin's Air Force, my friends, they are $163 billion over budget. Are you kidding me? Can Lockheed Martin be that inept with their procurement? We know this. 60 Minutes did a report in 2014 where it was they were $163 billion over budget, my friends. Come on. You talk about waste, fraud, and mismanagement of spending, right? And where is that money going? I would argue, and I'll tell you, my friends, it's going to more highly classified black projects. And some researchers know this. Michael Schratt knows this too, my friends. It's a cover project. It's going, I would argue, most likely, reason, logic, common sense. A lot of that money is going to these amazing anti-gravity platforms, my friends, flying in our skies, in space. And yeah, we got to be aware, my friends. And Congress has apparently gone along with the F-35. They're just going along with it. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. And, you know, the F-35 makes the B-2 bomber, for example, look like a sandbox with the overpricing and overspending. We thought the B-2 bomber was going out of whack with their procurement overspending, right? A couple $1 billion. F-35, $163 billion over budget. That was several years ago, so it's more than that now, my friends. I mean, come on. And it's still not operational. One more thing I'll say about the F-35. We'll do more videos on it in a future date. But, you know, even pure spray, and I agree a lot with what he says, that this thing hardly has any wings on it. You know, they had certain purposes they were trying to make this airplane for. But in reality, this thing can hardly turn, right? It can't loiter. So what's it going to do in a sort of a low-altitude ground troop operation? Nothing. It can't support that way. I mean, come on. And there's all kinds of other problems with the F-35. They're in such a predicament now with the F-35, my friends. As Michael Schratt tells you, and Pure Spray tells you too, we're at a point at the F-35 where the repairs cost more than the actual aircraft itself. They just keep pouring more and more money into it. The point being, my friends, this is another cash cow, major cash cow for Lockheed Martin. And Michael Schratt tells you too, again, $163 billion over budget? Oh, my friends, we're going to get into this. And do you know what they call a hammer at the Pentagon? They don't really call it a hammer. They call it a multi-directional impact generator, like for an $800 hammer. Are you kidding me? This is what the fraud, waste, and mismanagement of spending, my friends, that we got to talk about, and we got to stop it somehow, because it's caused a lot of depression, sadness on millions of people. And I know America could do better, my friends. They could do greater. I challenge them. I'm here in Canada, and it affects us too. And Canada's not perfect, but my friends, we can make our countries greater by revealing more transparency and honesty on the RSSP and hopefully change policies, you know. Take care, friends. Thanks for listening. Hope you'll subscribe to my videos, share my videos. If you have a thought, feel free to leave me a comment too. I meant to say, okay? Thanks, guys. More videos to come, I promise. We'll talk more on the triangles because I think it's very important. And we're going to discuss the missing trillions, hopefully, on other future videos. I've done a few videos on that, and a lot more. And UFOs, of course. Take care. See you guys. Bye.